Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are diving into something that's absolutely exploding right now. Online programs for this new wave of weight loss drugs. People are calling it a new gold rush, and honestly, it's totally changing the conversation around weight management. So let's get into it and see what this new digital frontier is all about. To really get why this is blowing up, you have to start with this number, 74%. According to our source material, that's how many Americans are classified as either overweight or obese. That's nearly 3/4 of the population, which sets the stage for HS's massive demand for something that actually works.
And the response to that demand? It's been just as huge. Get this. The source article says that 1 in every 8 adults in the United States has already used one of these new medications. Think about that. That's not some niche little trend. That is a seismic shift happening in real time.
And we need to be clear. This isn't just another diet fad that's here today and gone tomorrow. What we're really watching is a full-blown revolution in how we approach weight loss, and it's being driven by this powerful mix of new science and new technology.
So what are these things anyway? They're called GLP-1 medications. You've almost definitely heard the brand names, Ozempic, Wegovy, Zepbound. The way they work is actually pretty cool. They basically mimic a natural hormone that our bodies already make, and that hormone's job is to help regulate your appetite and blood sugar. The result? You feel less hungry, and you can lose a significant amount of weight.
And the results are, frankly, staggering. We are not talking about losing 5 or 10 pounds here. The data shows that after just 1 year, people are seeing an average reduction in body weight of up to 25%. That kind of effectiveness is exactly why these drugs have become such a game changer.
But that's only half the story. A powerful drug is one thing, but the reason it's everywhere is telehealth. The ability to get these treatments from the comfort of your own home, that's what made it accessible to millions. You combine that effectiveness with that convenience, well, you get the perfect storm for this online boom.
So who are the companies riding this massive wave? An entire online marketplace has just sprung up, seemingly out of nowhere to meet all this demand. Let's take a look at the key players. The guide we're drawing from compares 8 of the biggest names in the space right now. And you can bet they're all scrambling for a piece of what's become a multi-billion-dollar market. But as we'll see, they go about it in very different ways. Different pricing, different kinds of medication, and different levels of support. So yeah, let's put them head to head. Using the article's comparison, we're going to break down what makes each of these programs tick. And if you're someone even remotely thinking about these options, this is where the details really start to matter.
It's the big question, isn't it? If you're a potential customer looking at this landscape, what should you even be looking for? How do they compare? Okay, let's get into the data.
Okay, I know. A table like this can be a lot to take in at once. But don't worry, just focus on a couple of key columns with me. First, look at that medications column. See how some offer brand names while others offer something called compounded versions. Now, slide over to monthly cost and insurance accepted. You can immediately see this huge divide between the programs that work with insurance and the ones that are cash pay only. And the prices are all over the map.
Let's make that table a little more real. Just look at the difference in philosophy between two companies. You've got a program like Ro, which is all about getting you the FDA-approved brand name stuff and helping you fight with your insurance company to get it covered. Then you've got a company like Remedy Meds on the other side. They're cash only, they use compounded drugs, and they make this bold, lose 10% of your weight or your money back guarantee. Two completely different approaches to the same problem.
Okay, so with all these completely different models out there, how would somebody even begin to choose one? Well, the source material gives us a pretty practical framework for how to think about it. And maybe the single most important decision you have to make is understanding this distinction. On one hand, you have the FDA-approved medications. These are the big brand names that have gone through years of massive, rigorous testing for safety and effectiveness. On the other hand, you have compounded medications, which are custom mixed for you by special pharmacies. Now, the source does note that they're formulated to be just like the brand name, but they do not have that official stamp of approval from the FDA. This is a major fork in the road for anyone looking into this.
The good news is, no matter which path you might go down, the actual process for getting started is pretty much the same everywhere, and it's designed to be incredibly simple. Step 1, you fill out a medical questionnaire online. Step 2, you have a virtual chat with a licensed doctor or nurse. And Step 3, if they think it's a good fit for you, they send a prescription for the medication. It's all designed to be as smooth as possible.
So when it's time to actually make a choice, the article suggests you basically need to weigh these 5 key factors. First, what's your real budget? Second, do you have insurance and will it cover any of this? Third, where do you land on that brand name versus compounded medication debate? And finally, what kind of support do you want? Are you looking for just the prescription, or do you want the whole shebang with coaching and messaging? Your answers to those questions will point you to the right service for you.
So what does this all boil down to? What's the bottom line in this whole new world of weight loss? Let's distill it all down to the final takeaway from the guide.
And this quote from the article really says it all. The drugs themselves, they are undeniable game changers. But the program you choose to get them through, how much it costs, the support you get, the type of medication, that is just as important as the science. In this new gold rush, the how you get it matters just as much as the what you're getting.
Ultimately, the biggest story here is the incredible power of choice. This market has diversified so quickly. So whether you want a no-frills, budget-friendly plan to just get a prescription, or you're looking for a white-glove, full-service coaching program, there's now an online option that's tailored to pretty much every single need and budget. And all of this leaves us with one final, huge question to chew on. Are we watching the future of healthcare unfold right before our eyes? A future that's more accessible and personalized? Or is this just a frantic, temporary gold rush that's going to fizzle out? You know, only time will tell. Thanks for watching The Explainer.